indigenous practice. The books that I just recently posted was on herbs. And they are for the African systems. One was for Palo, one was for Ocha. The Uio sign book is the Yoruba book, and that's Osign is Orisha, and you can the book. Yes, you want to know what the herbs do, right? Some of these herbs are used for Egun, which is the ancestors, which is your spirit team. So some of these herbs you can still use, and even though you use, like, just because the herbs say these are X, Y, is these herbs, what does the herb do, right? So you're not calling on that particular Orisha to utilize that herb. You're calling on the essence of what the herb provides, period. The herb itself, Osign is a medicine. Osign, the Yui is the medicine of the herbs, right? Osign is the Orisha who is the owner of the herbs, but the herbs of themselves, if you don't know Orisha, you think that the native traditions didn't have herbs that they used. They still honored the herbs, they just called them different names. So you are calling on the medicine of the herb, the power of the herb, what it is that Mother Earth, Mother Nature has implanted within this herb to allow it to do. So if this is a protective herb, I'm not saying, oh, I know this is Obatala's herb, I need you to X. No, this is a protective cleansing herb. I'm talking to the herb. When I put this in my bath, I need you to protect me and to cleanse me and to wash away, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I place it in my bath. I'm talking to the energy that resides within this plant. It was living. It was an energy source that resided within this plant. There's a magical property that this plant holds. I'm talking to that. So I'm talking to the essence of all. God put that here. He assigned different parts of energy, different parts of nature to enhance, to take care of, to be the governor of. But in essence, it still came from God. So like I said, if you're starting off your stuff with praying to God first, then he must be anointing and allowing for the things that you are about to do, which is you've taken his herb and said, this is what it is. I know what it does. I'm talking to that. And I'm asking for God to allow it to work this way for me. This is why I said you don't got to go through the traditions of what somebody else used. You want to know what the herb does as it's on its own. And anybody that's talking to you about anything spiritual and they don't bring up nature or herbs, that's a problem for me. That's one of the main things that you guys should be learning to start off with, at any case. And you should be learning about them. And you should know not to always clean yourself with the same things. You got to switch it up. You got to switch up the herbs sometimes. It's like a zillion different herbs that do a lot of the same things, and you can't always use just the same basic stuff. Like, you guys are run to the supermarket, and we know basil is excellent, rosemary's excellent, thyme is excellent, but what happened to the rompe muralla? What happened to the abre camino? What happened to the siempre viva? What happened to the arrasa con todo? What happened to the vencedor? What happened to the rompe saragüey? All those things. These are extra powerful herbs that do a lot of different things. I need you to get into that. And just because they have the words in Spanish, y'all better Google translate this shit. There's no excuse of, oh, I didn't know what it meant. Why? You walk around with a cell phone in your pocket every single day. Figure it out. I told y'all a lot of this is about what is it that you're going to send your energy towards to figure out what's going to work and help me. When I put my energy forward to say I'm going to figure this out, Spirit comes in and meets me halfway and says, I'm glad you looked. Here goes something else. Come on. Can't sit still and think you won't get anything. Closed mouths don't get fed. Closed minds don't get fed. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom to know what I'm supposed to be using, what I'm supposed to be using, how I'm supposed to be using it for me and mine. Does anybody have any questions? Finna wind down.